Hey guys, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. It's gonna be another one of those quiet episodes. It's currently 10:58, so about 11 o'clock at night. Everybody's asleep again. So we're here with the as of yet unnamed space station. You guys still need to leave some comments on what you'd like it to be called. I have some ideas, but not entirely sure about any of them. We still have to get rid of this debris that's kind of sitting around a little closer than I'd like in some cases. But we'll get to that eventually. For now, I've noticed that if anything goes wrong in this space station, we've got 3 guys in here and 1 guy in there. There's no way for them to get back down. There's no parachutes in any of this. No escape craft, or anything of that sort. Now, the International Space Station always has at least 1 capsule attached to it. I think because of the American and Russian crews, they actually normally keep 2 on it. They're the Soyuz capsules, so they're the Russian ones, but they fit 3 people, and that's in case something goes wrong, they can just detach and re-enter. So I'm thinking we're gonna do something like that. So, head back to the Space Center. VAB. What should we call this? I'll just call it Escape Craft. Very creative. We're probably going to put 2 of these on it. So that will make it for a total of 6 Kerbals we can land with this thing. Structural, that's right on. Want to put a decoupler on. Then right up at the top here, we want one of these docking ports, because of course we need to dock it. Then we'll stick 2 radially mounted parachutes on it. I don't know why it's doing what it's doing right now. Right there. That looks not correct. What exactly is going on with that? That doesn't look correct either. Not entirely sure what's happening, guys. But I don't think it should be. That's interesting. And it doesn't do it that way. So we'll just stay there. So that stays upright. Which way's the front? This is where the front? Yeah, this way should be the front. I was confused because this exit entry hatch is on the back, but the launch pad is over there, so that is the opposite direction. Well, I guess that's in the direction of what we're starting facing. I know what I'm talking about, guys, okay? Just trust me. So we don't want that thing just yet. We want to put SAS module on, right there. Put a little, actually probably a large. Put, not that. Put a large RCS tank, and then, if I can find one, large fuel, or not large fuel tank, a small, yeah, not too small fuel tank. I'll throw one of these Poodle engines on. See right there, it says Poodle. And lots of RCS thrusters. I'm gonna put symmetry to 4. Put some there. Some there. Obviously for docking purposes and stuff like that. So this here is going to be the actual craft that we're going to be docking with it. That'll have just enough fuel to get itself out of an orbit and heading back in. And the RCS fuel is basically entirely just to actually dock with the station. And I guess to back away before we start this thing up. So we'll now move on to the next stage. I'm gonna go structural. Right. We'll lift this thing up. Now let's try to repeat the same general design we were doing with the other ones. So we'll throw this on, along with one of these little poodle engines. And then structural. I keep forgetting where I'm going. Then we'll repeat the same design as we've been doing some of these. I did see in another video that when you can't get it to work, just go up here, bring it back, and all of a sudden they work. Just like that, just like magic. I'm not sure why that happens, but it happens and it works. So I'm not gonna complain. We'll throw some of the big engines on. Now I'm gonna take this off. Nope, messed that up. Alright, let's go in here. We want to go, actually we want to go from here to here, like that. And same over on this side. We want to throw one of these there. Ish. Good enough. And that there. Alright. Now we'll zoom out. Throw this from here to here. Repeat on this side. Throw this from here down to here. And there we go. Now we'll tie it all together with strut connectors. Oh, hit right click too much. There's one. There's two. Let's throw some nose cones on. So you can never have too many nose cones. I'll throw some more strut connectors on. Just throw them there. Hopefully that'll be good enough. I can also see this technique used if we take, I don't think they actually used those, I think it was these. Take one of these, put a strut connector on it, you can actually get it to go between these stages like this, which I thought was pretty cool. Alright, that should hopefully be what we need for that. Now, we should probably pull the engine out of the ground. Let's pull that up. Alright, now let's get our staging correct. So, let's make another stage. Which one is which? I can't really tell. Alright. Oh, there. This one here, I want to go off first. Same with this one. I'll have to drop off first. Not that engine, this engine, yes. And all of those engines to go at the same time. So then these two decouple. And then the next two decouple. Then this decouples. Then the engine goes. Then this decouples. Then that engine goes. And then last but not least, we put the parachute out. Well, actually, we disconnect. Which should probably be in a different stage. Let's fix that. Yeah, there we go. Disconnect. Then the parachutes come out. Although, I've made a terrible mistake, guys. I wanted this to be a remotely controlled one. That could be a problem. to do about this, guys. I've done something terribly wrong. Although, we could use this as the craft to get up to and back down from the station, assuming it works. Because as of yet, we don't actually have anything for that. How high is that off the ground? That's alright. So, we'll rename it. See, I want to think of something similar to SpaceX type naming. You know, they have like the Dragon capsule and the Falcon 9 heavy lift rocket. Crazy names like that. So they think of something similar to that. The Kraken. I think it's good enough. So we'll save this as the Kraken launch vehicle. Zoom out a little bit. And let us, yes that is in the right stage, let us launch this thing. See how well it works. Then, probably off camera, I'll repeat this design with a robotic probe thing in there somewhere. So we can fly it without a ton of Kerbals in it, so we don't have to kill them. Isn't he already on there, Mr. Lurie, whatever his name is? Pretty sure he's already on the station, but I guess he's coming back. Actually, you know what I'm missing? I know what I'm missing. We're gonna cancel the flight, guys. Go back to the VAB. How long has this episode been? I started about 11, so it's been about 10 minutes now. Just trying to keep track, trying to make sure the episodes aren't too long. Alright, utilities. We will throw some battery packs on. Probably some more battery packs. How big is this thing? Yeah, throw it in there. Oh. That may have just messed everything up. No, it's still about where I left it. Want to take this off. Plop that down. Put that back. Oh, that just looks ridiculous. Okay, that's not gonna happen. So forget that. Put the capsule back. We'll just throw more of these on. And then, we want some small solar panels. I think this is the kind we want. Just little ones. We just need tiny ones. And lights. Lights. Which ones use more? Yeah, these ones use less energy. So we'll rotate that around. I want it to point at the... I'm not sure about that. Well, I can't seem to get it to point exactly where I want to right now. So I want it to be pointing kind of like where it is now, only down here. I'm not entirely sure how to do that. So I guess we're throwing them on here. And, well, it won't even go on straight. Alright, we're throwing them on there. Let's just hope it works. We will resave this and then launch it. Let's hope it works this time. Alright, we have the same group of Kerbals. Put SAS on. Throttle up. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. bit cooling down, but they're not heating up anymore, so we can keep them right about there. There's our first stage. Drop that. Ooh, that was very nice. I was kind of expecting it to hit there. Oh, that's the debris from the moonlander. We're getting to about the level that we want to roll over at. So we should still have these two stages left at that point. I should have put on the extra tanks on the top, but I didn't. That's my bad. Alright, we'll tilt over. So if we don't quite make it, that's what went wrong. Yeah, I don't know if we'll quite make it on this stage. Okay, we'll let those go. We're going up. It's suddenly very quiet, as we only got one engine running. Okay, but we're getting fairly far up into that next stage of the atmosphere. So soon we can roll over to a full 90 degrees. Alright, right about here. Now we'll roll over. And try to establish an orbit about at the same height as this, which is at about 101 meters. We've actually seen a little below, so let's move up a little bit. There we go. So this is slowly going up. Once we get to that 101 meters, we'll stop and then re-accelerate at that orbit. We're sitting a little above the orbital plane there. We can always fix that later. I think the audio might be too quiet now because I can't tell what's going on. Okay, we're wobbling a little bit. We're almost out of fuel in this stage. Yeah, there we go. We need to pull up a little bit because we just simply aren't getting the height we need in this orbit. I may have made it too heavy. That might be my problem. We're slowly going up. We need to go up a little faster. So we'll flip back up to that 90. Sitting about half what we actually need to be at, so this may or may not actually make it. This thing doesn't have a whole lot of thrust, so the fact that it's still increasing our orbit I think is rather impressive. It's about 61,000 meters, so we're still not at a point where we can actually establish a safe orbit, but we are getting there. There, it's climbing a little faster now. 64,000, 65. This gets to about 70, we're at that point where we can actually establish an orbit, which I might do and then just adjust it out to this orbit later. There we go. Yeah, so let's cut that. We'll accelerate time a little bit. We're doing the physical acceleration apparently. We're probably still too low in the atmosphere to actually do the other acceleration, the non-physical. We are at 70,000 meters there. That orbit's at 71,000. There we go, that brings us to the proper time warp. So now we'll flip over. Oh, we've gone past it a little bit, we're going back down. Let's flip over right there and accelerate. That should establish that orbit on the other side of the planet. Should. Okay, we're getting there slowly, very slowly. This is making me a little nervous because this is taking a long time. We might not actually make it in this episode. This may be a failed episode. Okay, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, 67,000, 68,000. This part of the orbit's going further than I want it to. 69,000. And that's good enough. Alright, we need to get to where we want the orbit to be. Here. There, we'll add a maneuver that will... Actually, no, we don't want it right there. We actually want it here. No. It's going to be a problem. Okay, let's get rid of that. We want to pull this part of the orbit out just a little bit. To right about there. So that's at about, it's only at 97,000, we wanted 101,000. 99,000. Still at 99,000. And that'll be good enough. We just need to fix the orbit later anyway. Okay, let's fast forward so we can get around. And looking at the clock right now, this has been about a 20-minute episode. So, seeing as it's already 11:30 and it's supposed to be out today, if I plan on keeping the schedule, which I do. It's not an official schedule, so don't hold me to anything, but I like to keep to it. So I'm going to end this episode here. We'll actually dock with the station, or station's here. We'll dock with it at a later time. So, in the meantime, thanks for watching. Like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. Sorry about the quiet. I'm kind of trying to whisper so I don't make anything up. Those types of episodes, sorry about that. It's what happens when there's other people in your house and you record at 11:30 at night. So that's my fault. Let's accelerate outward. And we are facing the wrong direction. Of course we are. We're doing this all wrong, guys. Well, they just messed this up. We may be crashing into the Earth now. Or into Kerbal. What just happened? Guys, I don't know what just happened. Oh, we're out. Everything's messed up now. Okay, well, that is a thing. Anyway, like I said, thanks for watching. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more. See you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.